Yo, what up, my people? Today I'm bringing you a video on the PTS, and if you guys don't know what the PTS, this is what this video is about, to try to explain everything to you from the PTS. So the PTS is a public test server, and it is free for anybody that owns the game on PC. And yeah, so I'm gonna show you some of the changes that they made just recently, just in case you guys don't know. But the patch notes are out, and these patch notes let you know exactly what they are doing with this PTS. So this PTS is aimed for us to try to help them with these four different items, which is new gear and exotic balance, weapon damage, overall balance, and loot generosity. All right, these are the feedback topics that they're looking for in particular. So if you guys want to help them out, this is what you need to be trying to work on, right? So I'm gonna just go over this really quick. So gear, all right, this is gonna be pretty vague, and I'm just gonna give you my opinion. All right, my opinion differs from the next guy's opinion, and that's how opinions work. So right here we have incoming repair no longer works with the amount of armor repaired by armor kits, talents, or gear set effects. So I feel in general incoming repairs got a huge nerf. It'll probably still be pretty good in group play, but yeah, it's gonna be rough on the solo. This was one of my favorite builds. This was actually my best build, I feel, with incoming repairs in PvP. And now I have to find something different and figure out what I want to use. And I'm probably most likely going to use clutch, because clutch is super slept on by people. But here we go. Sidearms. So sidearms all seem to have got a huge damage increase, bro. 70% right here almost on sidearms. That's pretty wavy. And overall, everything got damage increases, which is really awesome in TU10. And this is phase 2 of the PTS. Okay, so the exotic bighorn that you only get from completing legendary missions, some of the hardest content in the game, has received a buff, right? So damage increased by 11.2, and they added a functionality that provides additional headshot. Full talent is now, when scoped, switches to semi-fire mode, dealing 450% of the weapon damage with each shot. And then the new talent, or the new feature, is headshot grants up to 50 stacks. So resets at 0 at full stacks. Here we have the Eagle Bearer getting a damage increase, which is amazing. Chameleon got a huge increase at 32%. Definitely gonna make it a lot more viable. I just don't like how long it takes to ramp up to get these bonuses, right? But if you want to see this, you could just pause the video if you want to read it a little bit more, or check out the Ubisoft forums for the patch notes. So Bullet King got also an increase, which is awesome. All increases are welcome in my opinion. I understand you have to decrease sometimes, but I feel like increases are a lot better overall for like everybody, right? Liberty, they added some more if you're trying to keep full stack. So it grants up to 2% weapon damage, stacking up to 30 times. So that's pretty nice. And headshots consume all stacks, repairing your shield for 3% per stack. So they're trying to make all these weapons viable. This change right here, I feel, is just to compete with the new exotic, which is the Regulus. And that thing is going to be really nasty, which is right here. Increase the initial bullet accuracy, and changes the third attribute from damage to armor to headshot damage, which really synergizes well because it's going to be a headshot on explosion weapon. All right, Merciless got increased too, and a bunch of stuff right here that I'm not trying to read right now. But insane damage, 900%. Beautiful, man, beautiful. Diamondback, you have 7.7 increase, and they clarified the marking. So 5-second buff, and then you mark another person. Right here is the Lullaby, damage increased by 11. If you have any questions too, I know I'm trying to just breeze through this. That way I can show you a little bit of the PTS. But if you have any questions, man, feel free to hit me in the comments below. I try to answer all my questions, and I work super hard on this channel. So, you know, any questions you have at all, let me know. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. So Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads, they add functionality to add bonus armor. So this is a really good change for the knee pads. Provides cover to cover or vaulting reloads your weapon, and grants 25% bonus armor for 5 seconds, bro. This is going to be definitely something that I'll probably start using a little bit more, just to see how it feels, right? And I'm sure that this could synergize really well with other some of the new skills that give you bonus armor. So yeah, we're gonna see how we mess around with that, right? Dodge City holster, beautiful. This is new. This deals headshot damage to anywhere you hit. Ooh, oh my god, bro, that's so good. Dodge City holster, that's amazing. All right, so BTS used, they nerfed them, boys. This will no longer overcharge the group unless you are skill tier 6. So some of my boys are gonna be straight, but for most people, this is gonna be a huge detriment. At least to most people that are enjoying the BTS use right now, but they'll still be decent. They just won't be strong. You have to be at skill tier 6 now to get this to apply to you. And it's gonna grant 15% hive skill haste. So now you just have to be at tier 6, the whole team. I have some ideas for this, but I'm gonna keep them to myself right now, and I'm gonna just work on a video and see if it actually works exactly what I'm thinking. But I'm thinking you can still keep the same type of DPS, but with all yellows. It's gonna be crazy. A little bit less damage, but overall still the same kind of effect, right? All right, so your knee pads right here. So they all stacks lost 10 seconds after moving. Wow, this is really good. So it's still going up to 30% weapon damage. You can't be staggered. And now when you move, you lose the stacks after 10 seconds, bro. So wow, this is gonna be really good, I think, now. And we just gotta see how we use this. And then the Mantis, also amazing, dude. They changed it from crit chance, which was kind of a useless perk, or talent on the Mantis, which is the new exotic sniper. And they made it damage to targets out of cover, bro. Ooh. OOC, that's gonna be beautiful. So the Ravenous now, you don't have to so when the enemy has a defensive primer stack on them, you now gain the buff of those stacks without needing to detonate them. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna mess with the Ravenous. I'll probably drop you a build video for that. We'll probably go with like some explosives on the Ravenous. Talents. So this was a beautiful talent. It kind of got dumbed down a little bit, or dulled down a little bit, excuse me, because it was pretty powerful. But you could still go up to 1250% if your headshot is greater than 150%. So it still works the same way. They also added where the icon shows you how close you are to your max weapon damage. And they also changed what I showed you guys last time, where you can switch weapons and carry over the damage cap. But now they have it to where it caps the weapon when you swap. So yeah, this all seems pretty good, man. But yeah, 25% less damage on the headshot after 30-second kill. So not bad. It's still pretty good, I feel. We're still gonna be using this. So Future Perfect. So this had an issue where it would stay overcharged when you swap weapons, but now they fixed that. So perfect version is right here, and basically the same thing still. Weapon kills grant or overcharge at tier 6. You get 1 skill tier up to 3 times, and then it stacks. The cooldown was changed to 90 seconds from 80. So, and then we have gear sets. They changed gear set a little bit with Dilemma. So now if you're within a 15-meter range of your teammates, you're gonna get that damage transfer. If you're farther than 15 meters, you're not gonna get that damage transfer. So before it was damaging higher than the initial damage, and the damage would transfer. So they kind of changed that, and they made it more balanced now, right? The bulwark was kind of messed up on PTS 1, so now it's they fixed it, so it should be in line with the damage taken now. So we're gonna see. So what was happening with bulwark was that you were getting PvP damage, but you were receiving PvE heals. So if you were getting hit, so if a player had 1,000,000 damage on their weapon and you're getting hit for 500k, you were healing for 1,000,000, but you were taking 500k damage. So they would never be able to like overkill you. Okay, so right here, this is the healer set, the new one, and they increased these. I haven't got a chance to mess with this one yet, but they increased these to 30% each. And then we have hardwired right here, which got a nice little bonus for skill repair to 30%. I personally don't like to use hardwire as a healer unless it's the unkillable build. That's like the only time I think that hardwire is pretty good for healing, but that's just my opinion, right? Aces, I probably won't use it no more, especially since they changed the multiplicative to additive headshot. But you know, that's just my opinion. And they also increased from 20% to 30, giving you an additional 10%. But that multiplicative headshot really made aces shine. So I'm kind of unhappy about that change, but you know, we're gonna keep it moving. So brand sets, they increased all the brand sets, as you can see, which is pretty cool, by 5%, just to keep them in line with some of these gear sets that we're seeing now, some of these powerful gear sets. So reinforced chem launcher UI has been updated, and the functionality has not changed. So balanced PvP, they changed the efficient, so now you're only getting 50% of the heal. It still should be pretty powerful, so you'll be healing for like what, 300% armor and 300% health per second instead of 4. So not too bad, not too bad. It definitely was something that needed to be changed because it was very, 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 very powerful. But yeah, I'm glad they saw that. So versatile also reduced the amplified damage from 35 to 25, so 10% less damage you're going to be doing with shotguns and SMGs, which I understand. It's all good. Skills, they increased skills. I don't know what to say, man. These were insanely strong. So, you know, the Hive definitely did get a bleed hit. I don't know. We're gonna have to see though, man. These are pretty strong though. So if you're a skill player, be happy, okay, guys? If you're a skill player, be happy, especially in PvP, okay, guys? All right, so PvE, they increased the resistances to status effects, guys, as you can see right here. So they felt like legendary was too easy, and we were able to basically keep the enemies stuck, like not able to move dudes. And now the resistances are up. All right, so depending on what type of enemy you're fighting, so from story to challenging, nothing has changed. Okay, it only has changed for heroic, legendaries, and they were increased by like 25%, so not too bad. And named bosses had 75% increase, as you can see right here. So for greater clarity, that means legendary NPCs resistance are default. So red bars have 40%, veterans have 60%, elites have 65%, and named enemies have 75%. Also, this relates to hunters. Since they're named, they're gonna have 75% resistance. So right now, if you hit somebody that has very high status duration, and the buff doesn't last 0.5 seconds, they're not gonna get hit at all. So that's kind of good, man. But yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a little bit harder now to do higher end game content because it's gonna be harder. You know, they're not gonna be statused as long. You know, they're gonna be statused a little bit less longer, but you know, I still think it's gonna be like possible. You know, just a little bit more difficult. But I would run some legendaries on PTS too, just to let you guys know my final opinion. But that's just my opinion reading this on paper, right? All right, so loot item power. They're trying to increase the loot that we get, better spreads between minimum and maximum for all difficulties, so that's always good. Difficulty scaling, loot pools. So anything that's from New York brands, they also all are going to be in DC now. So if that bothered you that you had to go to New York to like farm Seska or Grupo, now all of that is going to be a part of DC too, including the dark zone. So crafting, they removed the world tier 5 crafting bench upgrade as its power increase is now redundant. So yeah, crafting and a bunch of bug fixes. So hopefully you guys are ready for some good old PTS. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that breakdown of the patch notes real quick. I tried to do it my fastest, boys. All right, my people, here goes the PTS on PC. This is the base of operations. And right here we have the vendor, and he sells you weapon cache for free. That gives you all of the exotics. Another gear cache that gives you all of the exotic gear and gear sets. So this is how I test. This is how all of us are able to test, which is extremely smart. The new talents and the named items are also here for us to test and for us to use and try to like figure out, like, you know, what's the best, what's not. The new brand set is here with its named item right here. Adrenaline Rush. This is something that I'm going to be looking forward to using. Also right here, we have the most beautiful perfect headhunter. It said on the patch notes, it said it was at 125, but it still says 150 here. I'm not too sure. Maybe that's just a division thing. You know how it goes with division. And then named item cache, so you could buy a bunch of these and they'll drop you name items. And then a PTS crafting cache, just in case you need to get materials and you don't have materials. This is gonna strap you up with max materials on every single spot. So yeah, man, if you're on PC and have Uplay, I highly suggest you download the PTS, man, and try your best to help out these developers and the community, basically, because if we all work together, we can make a super dope game together. Okay, guys? But yeah, if you go to your games, you're going to be able to download a Division 2 PTS. It looks like this right here. All right, lastly, I want to thank you for watching my video, and I hope I catch you later on my Twitch channel. I appreciate you guys, man. Salute, and I'll catch you later. Peace.